Bombshell recordings expose Russian Clinton scheme. Sessions needs to lock her up. For almost 2 years, Americans have been forced to listen to the left complain about Russia. Since before the election, they blamed Russia for every problem they face. They want us to believe that President Donald Trump got into office thanks to the help of a shadowy figure from the former Soviet superpower. However, new details are emerging that cast a very different light on the story after a new bombshell recording exposed a Russian Clinton scheme that has people screaming for Attorney General Jeff Sessions to lock her up. We know that Democrats are good at blaming others for the very things they are guilty of. While they accuse Trump of colluding with Russia, we see time and again evidence that it was Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama who were getting cozy with the Russians. Anyway, I want you to take a look at this. Why should I read it through? Hannity will tell you the whole story.
Right, as I said at the top of the show, the left is scared out of their minds about the possibility of further investigation or special counsel investigation into the Uranium One deal. You got hosts over at NBC, MSNBC, they're wondering where the call for a special counsel is coming from. You're going to love this. Take a look.
If Jeff Sessions is not involved in this, does that mean someone else at the DOJ right now is pushing this Obama uranium review to mollify President Trump or, I don't know, President Hannity or somebody else's political agenda? Or is Jeff Sessions involved and violating that pledged recusal?
President Hannity. I like the sound of that. It just for a second, it sounds good. No, it would be the fact that America imports uranium because we have a short supply. We don't have enough. Why would we ever give it away? And remember, we were promised it would never go overseas. It went to Canada, it went to Europe, and it likely went to Asia. Joining us now, the man who got this started, author of the book, Clinton Cash, Peter Schweitzer, Fox News contributor, former deputy assistant to the president, Sebastian Gorka. Got this started. You watched this unfold today. I want to get your initial reaction. I also want to talk about, I want you to give us the money aspect to this as it relates to the Clintons, who paid who, when, and where, and how active and involved were they in this deal.
Well, look, Sean, I've always felt that the evidence is very clear, and I don't quite know what the hesitation is at the Department of Justice. There are several facts that no one debates. Fact number one, you have the Kazakh uranium minister Mukhtar Zakashev in a 2010 video deposition describing in great detail how Bill and Hillary Clinton shook him down and shook down Kazakh officials to compel them to give uranium assets to Frank Justra, who is the founder of Uranium One. Nobody disputes that. That is clear. We now have this whistleblower that's come forward who reportedly has audio recordings of Russian officials talking about using bribery to get favors from the Clintons, giving donations to the Clinton Foundation. That is yet to appear, but I think that's going to be pretty strong. The third part of this ingredient is we have the actual flow of money, tens of millions of dollars to the Clintons as this deal is going down. I would dare say, Sean, anybody in Washington, D.C. in elected office, from President Trump to Vice President Pence to members of Congress or the Senate, if that body of evidence existed, there would be an investigation today on corruption charges and bribery. I just think it's that crystal clear.
Hey, Dr. Gorka, let's go back to the simple part of Uranium One in this sense. We import uranium, the foundational material for nuclear weapons. That means we don't have enough. Why would anybody ever think it's a good idea to give Vladimir Putin 20%, especially as we have now learned through investigative reporting, Putin's agents in America were involved in bribery, extortion, racketeering, money laundering, and kickbacks. These are now facts. Mueller knew it, and Eric Holder knew it. Why would we give away uranium or rights to uranium when, in fact, we need uranium?
Why? Because the key people involved in that sale were paid off to the tune of millions. I want to make a statement here, Sean. Peter needs to be recognized for the person that put this all together. But what you just did in 2 segments ago Those graphics, Sean, I pray to the good Lord that one day they will be used in a court of law to bring justice back to America. The New York Times, CNN, the Washington Post will not show you the truth, and you and your team put it out there so everyone can see it. I've said it before, and it made the left blow up, but I'll say it again. The Rosenbergs were executed for giving away the secrets on how to make a bomb. The Clinton crime cartel sold those things that you need to make a bomb, which is American uranium, and they gave it to a Russian government that is in league with rogue nations. But none of that should ever have been sold to anybody.
Mueller knew as the FBI director. It was an FBI informant. That means Holder had to know. They have not only his 4+ years of experience as an undercover agent informant, they also have tapes, and they also have documents, and they also have emails, and they slapped an NDA on this guy, but like putting a muzzle on him. Wait till he now discloses this. I'm imagining this is devastating. Sebastian first.
Look, you've done the amazing mapping of all the corruption, the pay for play, the email server and everything else. You can do it again with simply network analysis. Look at who was in key making positions for the last 8 years. Look at the connections between the directors of the FBI, Comey, Mueller. Look at the AGs, Holder, Lynch. Look at who, this is really important. Look at who Rod Rosenstein's best buddies are for the last 10 years, and the fact that he's still at the top of the Department of Justice today in a Trump administration. Just the network analysis tells you that there is something rotten in the heart of Denmark, and it is now time to clean it out.
It is so extensive because I keep talking about this dual justice system, Peter. It is the dossier, propaganda, bought and paid for by Hillary, the DNC, uranium. It doesn't make sense to give away our uranium, ever. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Sean. And look, the Clinton defense thus far has been pitiful. Essentially, they say, first of all, well, 9 government agencies reviewed this. It's no big deal. That has nothing to do with bribery. The fact of the matter is, bribery exists whether it's a close vote or not. The second defense is Hillary Clinton saying that she was not involved in this decision. I'm sorry, but she does not have a great track record of speaking the truth. And the person that they sort of prop out, Assistant Secretary of State Fernandez, to say she was not involved in this decision. 4 days before he first made that statement, Sean, he's in the Podesta email saying he wants to do whatever he can to help Hillary Clinton get elected. He's not a disinterested party. This has to be investigated.
Media's been so wrong. The day of vindication is getting closer and closer.
Hopefully it will. The day of vindication getting closer and closer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.